Welcome back to the channel Red Dirt Designs. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how I designed this band merch logo in Photoshop. I'm designing this logo for the Cynthia Rausch band, which is also my wife's band, so that's why I might be a little partial on doing this video and kind of giving her a short little plug. Due to copyright, I'm not going to be able to post the music on here, but I'd love for you to go check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description for her website. If you like red dirt country music, this is the band for you. You can find her on Facebook at Cynthia Rausch Band, CYNTHIARAUSCHBAND. Thanks for your time. Now let's get to the video. Alright, to get started we're going to go to Shutterstock and we're going to look for an image, a paint splatter image that we can purchase to use to sell for our merch. Once I find the paint splatter that I like, we can then download it and you can pay for it so you have the rights to it. Alright, now I'm going to open up Photoshop. We're going to start a new file. I'm going to go ahead and do this 10 by 10. We'll open it. Kind of want to do like a square image, so I'm going to click open and we're going to go look for the paint splatter that I had downloaded into my computer. I really like this top left paint splatter, so I'm going to go ahead and make a duplicate copy before I start any of the project. And then selecting the top copy, I'm going to go ahead and make my edits to it, and I'm going to go ahead and hide my original. I used the background remover tool and I deleted the background. Now I'm adjusting the size of the eraser, and I'm going to go ahead and erase the other three paint splatters, leaving the one I want. Once we're finished, I'm going to move the paint splatter to the center of the canvas. Now we're going to make another layer. With that layer selected, I want to paint this background white. So I'm going to click the pencil tool, change the color of the background to white, and then we're going to go up to the size of the pencil and adjust the size to the full size and paint the whole thing white. Now we need to bring our image back to the front. So we're just going to grab the image and drag it above that new layer, and it brings it to the front. The next step, since I'm going to use my vinyl cutter to make a lot of this, is to clean up this splatter. There's way too many extra pieces in here that we don't need to have cut out. So I'm going to go ahead and click my pencil tool, and I need to come in here and paint white over a lot of this splatter. So I'm just going to speed this up, but all I'm doing is taking out a lot of these extra little pieces that we don't really want the vinyl cutter to have to cut out. They're unnecessary. Makes it a little busy anyways, so I'm just cleaning this up, trying to make it look a little nicer. If you notice, I skip back and forth in my colors. I'm trying to add some black too. There's some areas that are empty that don't need cut out as well, and I also want to thicken some of these lines up. Alright, now that I got this cleaned up, now I'm going to go ahead and add some music notes in the splatter. I want to keep adding some notes, so I'm going to go ahead and open up another file. I have one with a lot of music notes on it here. Let's go ahead and duplicate the layer. Alright, with the magic wand tool, we're going to go ahead and erase the background. And then I just want to do one note at a time, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the rectangular tool. It's right here. Alright, with it selected, we'll right click and go down to Layer via Cut. Then we can just click the image and drag it up to the other project and drop it, and it'll bring it into the project. And that's how you do all these notes. So I can go in and I want to bring it to the front. Always bring your new notes to the front in case there's some painting or something going on. It might try to hide your image. So I'm just bringing in a bunch of notes the exact same way. You can also go in and transform them and change the size and kind of maneuver them to where they fit and kind of go with it. You don't want them all to be the same direction. Okay, now I'm going to make a new text block. I'm going to go ahead and write in what I want it to say. It's for the Cynthia Rausch Band, so we're going to make Cynthia Rausch. I do want to leave this black. I'm going to go ahead and drag it over the top. It is going to disappear, but that'll be fixed here in a minute. We're going to go ahead and double click on the text block. And that'll bring up this layer style menu. We're going to click drop shadow. And if we move the spread and the size sliders here, we can adjust this to where it looks tight and not so fuzzy. We want to try to make this look like a die cut sticker almost. So I'm just going to adjust that until I get what I want, what I like. I need the vinyl cutter to be able to cut it out smoothly, so that's what I'm going for. Alright, now that I kind of got it where I want it, now I'm going to have to resize this a little bit. So I just can go up to edit, down to free transform, and that's how I do a lot of these adjustments on the size and the shape and even the angles in which it goes in. So once you're happy with your transform, you just hit the check here and that locks it in. Now I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the move tool, and I can just move it to where it's centered. Alright, I'm going to fit it to screen, see what it looks like. Okay, seeing it now, I feel like we can go a little fatter with these splatters. That way they actually cut out with the vinyl cutter. So I'm going to go in here and just go a little wider with the pencil tool, and we're just going to draw in, make them a little wider so they cut out a little better. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go down to free transform on the text block, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to read. It's starting to look a lot better. What I did right there is I right clicked on the image and I did merge visible so it's all one image, and then now I'm doing a free transform over the whole image, just trying to get the shape right. This ain't a necessary thing, but it's just something I'm doing to make it just a little bit more like what I'm envisioning. Still going through here and kind of widening up some stuff. We're about finished. This font can be kind of hard to read when it's small, so we're going to go ahead and go in here with the pencil tool, and we're going to widen the T and the H, which should make it a little easier to read later on when we put it on koozies, things that are a little smaller. On a shirt it wouldn't be a problem, but we want to go ahead and make this universal. And there we go. Here's the finished project. I really like the way this turned out. This will be really fun on some shirts, some koozies, some hats. I'll be making a video on a band merch package designed with this logo. Be sure to check it out in the end screen. I also have a link to some playlists that you might enjoy. Thanks for watching.